Alright, this is me just testing a different camera. I don't have the smartphone at the time, but so I've been away at work for well over a month, and you can see this power steering rack still there. So yeah, as of right now, I'm in the current stages of polishing. I've only wet sanded the runs on this door. I had to repaint essentially this here, that side trim piece. Perfectionist, let's put it like that. I saw a small dent and I just had to redo it, and that's when my air compressor went faulty. I gotta take that back to the store because it's still under warranty. So I don't know if you can see the light. It's not perfect right now, right there, but I did pass his first fixed run with 600 grit, 1200, 2000 and 2500. I don't have 3000 at the time, and then I've been using a yellow and orange pad on my Harbor Freight D8 polisher with this right here, McGuire's 105, and then I'll finish it up with 205 afterwards. But I want to polish or rubbing compound the whole car first. So right now I did the top of the trunk, and now I'm purposely leaving some orange peel. I want it to be somewhat factory. I don't want to take it down so much where it's a showroom. I do want to daily drive this. Currently I'm in the process of doing the back end. I'm just doing panel by panel, taking my time. I've been sick the last couple days, so that did deter me. Let me raise up my light here, my Amazon light. So if we look here, this is the first cut down. You're going to see some spots there that, like I said, I purposely let a little bit of orange peel. I'm going to get the shine out of it. I did 1500, then 2500. But I want to keep somewhat factory. Now if I go to this side, it looks pretty darn good. I have not touched it. Depending on when I shine my lights, and if I do see imperfections, I'll cross that bridge when I get there, because I've been just taking my time. And other than that, the only other thing I have done on the vehicle, try to tidy up the interior, I installed this material here, Kill Mat. It's just like Dynamat. Behind on the doors there, and I'm going to try to figure out what material to use here. I'm going to wrap the inside of the door panel as well. I'm not a huge audio guy. I just want clear audio, nice and clean. The prior speakers on it were Infinities in front and Pioneers in back, and I'm like, for aftermarket speakers, they just sounded like junk. So I was like, okay, I even changed up the head unit. It still just sounded like junk. So I went ahead and got these Rockford Fosgate punches in the front and on the back. I know you can't see anything right now. And if you ask me why I keep the paper on the window still, is because since I'm polishing, I don't want to have to clean up the windows. I'm like, I have it there, let it get on there, take it all off. Wrap it around until I do get the rack and pinion back in, steering pump assembly, everything back in. Then I'll be able to put the belts on, start up the car, make sure it's functioning properly. I already triple checked the timing marks. I'm going to double check it again. There's these holes right here that you can check them. Where's that other one? I know they're right there. So I'm just going to double check. Why not? I've taken this long to work on this car, and this wet sand is going to help out, especially in overspray areas like here. So just to over here where I said I actually repainted this area here because it just was a small dent that I didn't catch, and I redid it. And yeah, and then I tried to blend the paint, then the clear, then wet sand it all together, and you can't even tell. Right now, yeah, I have residue from the material, but other than that, repaired the antenna. I accidentally let it come all the way out. Just to show the kind of I did some great wet sanding here. Just keep on buffing and buffing until, I wish I took video of how the car was before. So this was dented. I'm going to try to see if I put that in the video. This was hail damage, dented like a shotgun. And now I can see why people charge so much. So that's just my quick to do update. Aside from buying all the parts, if you wonder why it took me a month to get this, I had a special order this ring here from Acura. Honda couldn't get it for me, and I'm just like that. Oh, look at that, see, now I gotta clean all this. So I'm just like that. If it says in the factory service manual to replace, I replace it. I've had issues before with, i.e. the Nissan dealer in my town, I'm gonna call you out, is World Car Nissan San Antonio, where they did a timing job on my Nissan and they destroyed the engine. So their mechanic just sucked. And when they had it apart, I went ahead and took pictures right away. I'm like, you changed out the timing chain, but you didn't change out the tensioner and everything else. And it says specifically in the factory service manual to change it out. I called them out on it and everything. And that's the thing, you know, dealers, they just want to rush it. So yeah, that happened 2 years ago. World Car Nissan out of San Antonio. I will call you out on that one because you do deserve it. Maybe, you know, after I told them that, maybe they fixed it. I tried to complain it up to Nissan Hire, and I just let them know, I'm like, hey, I'm not looking for money, I'm just letting you know your procedure. So that's how I am. If I can't find the exact part, I'm gonna wait till I get the right one. I'm not gonna half-a it, you know. I've already spent, I'm gonna say 9 months working on this car. 9 months. Now the paint job didn't take 9 months, you know, not 9 months at all. The paint job probably took me about a month. It's just, if you know, if you're like me, you just want to be, you know, it's your first time doing something, an endeavor of this magnitude, you want to make sure you do it right to not have to do it over again. And there have been things I had to do over again because that's how you learn. And I want to thank all those channels out there that I've learned from. So yeah, let's take another look back at this moquette interior. I need to clean her up. I got some floor mats because I don't want to get those mats dirty. Why is the tape on here? Just to keep my steering wheel because there's no rack and pinion right now. So just keep it nice and straight as possible. And then, you know, I'm hoping to have this done within the next year, but no, not next year, next month. So, plan is this: finish the paint. That's polishing, or no, excuse me, doing the rubbing compound. We could do the polishing afterwards. Put the rack and pinion back in. Get all the belts back in. Get the engine to the point where the radiator and everything else is back in to start her up and make sure everything is good to go. Then go ahead and start putting all the other pieces on. And there is a part of a wiring harness I do have to fix that I have been fixing, but I went ahead and went straight with the paint job. So I had to redo some wiring and whatnot because it did get somewhat damaged. I redid some ends, stuff like that. Get replacement ones at the junkyard or new ones at OE, whatever I can. If I can try to actually get the OE parts new, I try to. Nothing annoys me more. Shoot, even this grounding cable, I got it new because the other one had overspray on it and that just annoyed me. So the other one's back there on the floor, but this one's here. It was only like $9, so I went ahead and, yeah, get it. So yeah, it's just that, you know. Yeah, just so you can see the paint job here, I think came out pretty good. And these are the original stickers. These are not reproduction. I just painstakingly covered each single one and did my paint job underneath, you know, because the UV over time it just yellowed it, and I'm like, nope. So yeah, so just to give you how much clear went on this car. So I don't know if you can see the little droplets. So what I do, I razor them out, then I use a wood stick and I sand this down finally. But yeah, differential fluid has been changed out, transmission fluid has been changed out, oil has been changed out. But what I'm going to do is disconnect the fuel pump. Fuel filter is new, O-rings, all that on the fuel injectors. I had to retighten that. The Yachty did smell it when I did have it on. I'm like, oh, what is that? So another thing I would like to do, hopefully, is fix that, the ABS pump, take it apart, the motor, clean it, because it doesn't have that code where it says faulty pump, or I forgot, it was like code number 1, but there's a how-to on how to do that. And then other than that, I mean, just praying to God until I see another coupe. If you do have a Legend coupe and a right rear speaker cover you want to sell, let me know, please. You know. And then other than that, I've been trying to just double check, and I'm going to do the brakes at the same time. Putting on new brakes, upgrading to the 95 caliper over the 91, which is a dual, and it does fit over here. I'll just use the same rotor, just give it just, you know, 2 pistons. So that's why that's off. I test checked it. Yeah, new brakes all around, and new hoses. I mean, these are already 26, 27 years old. I'm gonna go ahead and do all that just to be safe. Safety first. You know, I'm just glad that this is getting somewhat closer.